Hey guys, good morning. Man, I had a rough night. It was cold. I don't know where it got to. Right now it's 34. I got the furnace going. I just turned it on. But it was cold. Tossing and turning and, jeez. So I want to see if I can fix myself some fried eggs and maybe do a little omelet, put it in the bread, that kind of thing. And pick up and leave. It's 8 o'clock right now. I've been out for about half an hour. Trying to get this thing warm. Woo. And gotta tidy up. I have another sleeping bag, which is a real good one. And I said, nah, the one I got is enough. This is kind of thin. It's not the same. You can see the cushion on that one. But this one is kind of thin, and it did okay. But back here where the zipper doesn't go all the way up, the cold will get in there, and woo, man. See, even inside the refrigerator, which is off, it's 46. It's turned off. I gotta warm up. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, so I got some onions, 2 eggs, with some pepper, some Malaysian salts, I don't know what good is it, but a little garlic, garlic is frozen. What's this? I turned the furnace down and it's still going. All right. I'm gonna make a small omelet. All I needed was some olives. Okay, I got my coffee warming here. Let's cook this. In the meantime, let's get the bread. And this is something I gotta do every time I'm gonna get something through here. I gotta remove whatever's there plus the cushion. But it does have a lot of storage. I'm pretty happy with this pop-up camper. Very good design. And I used most of I made up my own stuff too. I mean, this area for food storage is my idea. This was supposed to be for another propane tank or something, but got enough. Okay. In the meantime, get my spatula. What's this? Oh. Should have put a little bit of that in there. It's gonna stick. Mmm. Nice and hot coffee. This is one of my other ideas. I did this little L attached to a hinge. Bring it in, bring it down. And this wood is sealed. It doesn't need varnishing or anything. So I think I got more tortilla, more omelet. That's what we call an omelet. We don't eat the Mexican type tortilla. This is our tortilla. And I got more of it than bread. Still cooking. Okay, later. Okay, let me see if I can flip this. Success. And once it's out, I'll scrape it. I'll put some of that water in there to loosen it up, and when I'm done eating, I'll clean it up. A little sponge. Okay, let's just see if we can cut it. The only thing I was missing here was French fries. I guess I have another one I can eat later. All right. Good. All right, later. The omelet is gone. Stick this out of the way. Okay, this is clean. breakfast is done. And this is just a minor thing here. Okay. This here so it doesn't fall off. Forgot my coffee. The pump, it's a tiny pump. It's a 1 gallon per hour, I believe. And then when I changed the faucet into this type, the pipe is bigger. So what I did, it will take a long time to fill, right? Because it's a little pump. So what I did is I ran a hose the size of what the pump has until to here. And then it takes a while for it to climb up here. So that's why it takes a while. But in that way, you're saving water, because the tank, I thought it was 10 gallons. It's actually 8. And my wife doing dishes, she went through the whole 8 gallons in a weekend. I'm going, what'd you do? How come you spend so much water on just washing a few things? I mean, we use paper plates and stuff. And to avoid this thing making a racket, I put these pads down. See, need another one here. All right, so we need to start bringing stuff down so we can bring the pop down to the place. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of bring things down and, you know, get everything ready to bring down the pop-up later. All right, the truck is warming up and I'm ready to pop the camper down, the top. Temperature is 46. This one says 54. I got 2. And last night coming in with the top down, obviously, I hit my head with this screw, and luckily I had a cap on, but I started bleeding, and man, that's hurt. So I'm gonna get my vibro cut and just cut these off really short, because it's right in the way of the path. This one, I cut these, and this here, they were sticking out too much. This one, it's lacking, it's missing this piece. But see, I already cut these, and I don't know why I didn't cut these 2 here. I should have. Anyways, live and learn. I don't need stitches, but it was hurting. All right, so let's open up the hatch, get the vacuum going. See the material coming in a little bit. All the windows are closed, that one there and everything, and you bring it in. Closed, turn off, and this one will turn off by itself. I like those little lamps. Gotta back up slow. And I have a little hack that I did. I'm going to put another magnet like this up here. I already put a plate. So then instead of when I want to close the door, I pull on this and it'll bring the whole thing over. Because it's very cumbersome to you know, lean out of the short door and then trying to reach the door. Right there. Everything's tied down. Now we gotta do the little flippy floppies. Secured. When I get home, I gotta take this down and bring it over a little bit more. It's too tight on the other side. Before installing that fan, I just had a little dinky fan. That's the before, every time I bring down the top, the material will be hanging out. So we had a stick. I still do. I have it in the trailer, in the bike trailer. Okay, this one never closes all the way, so I have to come up here. And hold it. Still not. Come on, there we go. There we go. Now did it. Okay. I gotta change these lights too. There's always something to do. All right, let me get on the road later. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, have to back up a little bit. This truck does not make close, tight turns. Truck is too long, that's why it doesn't make those tight turns. With Old Blue, I would turn on a dime. That's one thing I miss about Old Blue. Very limber, goes anywhere. Well, it's a nice day. Now, even though I'm leaving, still hunting season. And if I see a buck, I'll get off and try to pop them. And why? That's because that's what hunters do. Ow. And I know you don't shoot off the road. You gotta move away from the road. This is a nice area. I always like coming up here. It's just that it's boring coming along. You know, I thought I was gonna take it till tomorrow, but when I saw that the TV wasn't working, the stereo wasn't working, and and I had 2 more days, I'm going, wait a minute. So I decided to leave early anyways. I gotta go see my old lady. She's in rehab getting some therapy for her back. And I want to see her before the end of the day. So I said, let's go. My friend left already. I don't know why.
Playlist for your weekend too.
All right. This is going to be a long drive to the highway. Okay, guys. So we made it to the bottom. We're in the desert now. And about to get the highway. I'm going to check the tires. They feel very comfortable with the low PSI. I don't know if I should bring it up or not. Maybe not. I'll just leave it like that, because they're very hard when you inflate them all the way up. I know you get better mileage, but not that much. Okay, so I hit the highway. Been an hour now, and I stopped by an old gas station that me and my friend, we used to go down there and have a traditional sandwich ice cream. And I said, you know what, I'm here, I'm gonna go have one for old time's sake. So I air up, and the truck feels a lot better. It's gliding. Before it felt like it was dragging a little bit, even though it was giving me a good cushion ride. But now the tires are rated for 80 pounds. I did 60 in the front and 65 in the rear. I think it's a good moderate air pressure. I don't like to air it up all the way to the top. When you're riding at high speed, especially in the desert, the heat and the rotation, the friction with the road is creating pressure, and actually the tire will inflate a few pounds more. I don't know how many, maybe 3, maybe 2, maybe 5, I don't know, but it'll puff up the tire a little bit more. So it's good to keep it under the top pressure and to give it a cushion ride, because these tires are not the best for the dirt. Every time I hit a bump, I will feel it all the way up to my head. So that's why I had to air down to 45 and 50. And then it did good in the dirt roads, and then on the highway you have to air it up. You can't just ride like that. So let me give you a view of where I'm at. And all this desert that's free, you can come and purchase it. There's a sign. It's not free, but there's a sign up here somewhere that says cheap dirt for sale. I think you got that right. I'm having an issue with the camera. To take a look behind me. So there's the view right there, and you can see the quad. And I get this high pitched noise coming from the radio, so I turn off the radio. I thought it was the radio. I unplugged the camera from the lighter, and the sound went away. Then I plugged it back in, it came back again. And I think it has something to do with these power towers over here. They're right next to me, and maybe that's giving it some influence. But if I turn the radio back on, there it is. And it's annoying as hell. So either I listen to nothing, no noise, no music, or turn it on and disconnect the camera. So I've been disconnected and connecting, and back and forth throughout the trip, but I don't want to mess up the camera if I keep disconnecting all the time. So I think that what I'll do is I'll disconnect it and turn the radio back on, and when I get to the next town, which is busy and there's going to be people behind me and stuff, that's when I'll plug it back in. So make sure I know who's behind me, and keep an eye on traffic. All right.
Plumbing needs, visit us at Gel.com.
Plug it.
Keep it cool, but it's our spec.
And that's it for now. All right, guys. Later.
From Santa Barbara.